my perspective would be limited to how the digital side is impacting the entire consumer revolution and how digital is getting this consumer revolution. I thought let's break it into 4 areas as to we normally see a consumer cycle into consumer first getting aware, then showing interest in a product line if we follow a lifetime value of a customer. Then he develops a desire to buy a product, and then obviously he buys, which is the action part of it, which is a classical IDA model which we all follow. I'm trying to highlight each of these areas how I see digital impacting the retail side of the business. So if you'll see initially traditional media, awareness about a product or a category was more spread around saying, okay, this is what I have, and it's a traditional media, it's print, television. You say, this is what my product stands for, this is the emotional value. Whereas with the advent of digital media, I think discovery has become very critical. Today, people will see a hoarding, but they'll not go detail into it because they know they can go home and Google it. So the impact of media is just to make a basic awareness, and the rest people want to figure out as and when they want. So I see a very interesting angle from a digital front which has come off discovery, and Google dominates that space. Another way awareness gets spread today is a share or a like. I think a lot of people sitting in the room would agree with me that they would have discovered a product or a service significantly because a friend of theirs shared it or somebody liked it. So this is a new phenomenon which digital has gotten, and it is becoming very powerful from that respect. Thank God Facebook doesn't say dislike it. They only say like it, because that could lead to a PR disaster which we were talking about in that respect. But there are so many case studies about online reputation not being well managed and how disastrous a digital impact, a digital PR fiasco could be. And there are also great case studies of how a small behavior, I think Abhik referred to on taking tires back at Nostradam, could also lead to a big PR kick for a brand and can become very, very popular at a very, very low cost. So that's another thing which we have seen. We've seen from a digital front, a showrooming as a big concept. People discover products, understand on the web, and reverse showrooming also, and then they figure it out in the store, and then they ask for the same product. So these are few trends on the awareness side. I've seen that the second thing is once a consumer gets aware about a product, he shows interest. Before the digital world, the interest was more about discovering that product in a store or talking to a friend who already has bought a product or a family. But today the engagement is a little different. People share, people ask for views on Quora, they share it on Twitter, and then people comment on it. So engagement with the brand, or they'll go to a Twitter page or a Facebook page of that brand and try to see what other people are saying about it. So the engagement with the brand due to digital has become really deep. And until unless, so a brand or a product line cannot run away from any flaws in the product, and they come out very, very fast in that respect. Another thing I've seen is that stores stood for entertainment, where people go, you try, it's an entertainment exercise, it's a family entertainment exercise. And in a lot of categories, I've seen that digital is impacting entertainment or interaction with a product line in a very large way. So we did an application in the US for a client where you can actually try different goggles or spectacles on your face. And that kind of an experience actually cannot be replicated in the store, and I'll tell you why. So if you go to a store, you try a goggles out or a spectacle out, you have to take the one out, then you put the next one, right? So the image that how the first one looked goes out of your mind when you put the second one. We made an application for a company in the US where if you can put 4 and you can compare all 4 at one go in live. So if when your head moves, all the 4 glasses move. So this is just a digital thing which only digital is providing. So we're seeing an interest level or engagement level which digital is coming up. This is a very, very interesting trend which I'm seeing. We've seen basically virtual modeling as a very big thing. So today, when you go and try at a store for an apparel kind of thing, you can try 1 or 2 products, and if you finish one, then go see the next one, go to the third one. With virtual modeling, you can try 16 different products on yourself, see it all different on the screen. So potentially digital experience in few categories is even becoming better than the store experience, which was just not thought through some time back. So very, very strong impact in few categories on that front. Coming down to the last part where we're saying, okay, once we are aware, we have an interest and engagement, what kind of, how does digital impact the desire or the action side of it? I personally feel digital or e-commerce has made couponing to a completely new level. It has made sampling to a new level. It has taken sampling to a new level. I don't know, few companies, Zappos made this very popular in the US. Try before you buy. So if you want to buy a pair of shoes, they send you a size up, down, or even another shoe at home you can try and get back, which is not, which is a very interesting phenomenon happening there from a desire perspective. From a final purchase perspective, I see some very interesting trends. I don't know how many of you are trying wallets. So wallet is, you just put the wallet on your mobile phone, and if you like a product, you just keep on paying it through a mobile wallet. I don't know how many of you are tracking a product called Square. It attaches to your mobile phone, and you can actually swipe a card on your mobile phone, and so the safety of that credit as well as payment options is becoming very interesting. So we're seeing some very, very interesting trends coming out on these fronts. So these are the few trends which I felt digital is significantly impacting the retail and the future of retail.